Game number 2, it's one against grand final time, ladies and gentlemen. Division S qualifier number 2. And we're looking at the grand final. Kiikoo combo against Feel the Heat. And the French boys have made it again to the grand final here. They already won the last qualifier. And now they're looking at Infernal Shrines map number 1 to face off against Feel the Heat again. Kolios on Maiev, Slade on Rexa, Yasu on Oriel. We have Kirva on Diablo and Ixir on Probius. And to the right side of the map, Feel the Heat with X-Ray on Ana, Wit on Garrosh, Dainu on Hanzo, Tobos on Gul'dan, and Blade is playing Leoric in this first game. But yeah, we got the Probe in play. I gotta admit that Kiikoo combo is really an interesting team. I mean, these guys, not only do they switch quite regularly roles and switch heroes over. I mean, Ixia, for example, plays a lot of support for the team too, but now we have him even on Probius. They're definitely not afraid in a lot of these qualifiers to just bust out a hero that you usually would not expect here. And in this case, we even get the Probe in play. So wave clear is definitely there. And with Maiev, there's certainly an amount of damage also for them that they can use for this fight. Gul'dan experiences this firsthand. And they make the play for Wit. Try to put him into a corner, and they literally do exactly that. That was a nice move, but still, Maiev isn't really convinced. And they're gonna get that kill there eventually. Nicely done. So it was a cool idea from Garrosh to position himself at a point where he could throw someone over into the fort range, but Maiev of course knew exactly what would happen once she approaches him, so she had everything set up to move out of harm's way again. But in this first game, the blue team is once more off to a good start. Players are quite strong, and especially if you're watching the Nations Cup at the same time, you obviously know that a lot of these guys are on national teams too. You look over to Kirva, you look at Ixia. Both of them are on the French team. You have X-Ray on the other side who plays for the German team. Dainu, same thing. So two of the Germans in that setup doing work here. As at the bottom of the map, the attack is still coming. Wait for a moment. Bully there a little bit as the blue team is looking for kill number 3. But they have no camp control. 2 camps against 1. In this case, we actually see the Probe with the team. It's kind of interesting because usually when you think about Probius, most people really approach him as a... most people don't play him. That's point number 1. Not really a great hero. Not really a hero that you see a whole lot. But when he's played, for most people, they see him as that side laner that you have then in a 1 versus 1 situation. And this is not the case here. So instead of actually using Probius in that fashion, we have Slade at the top on Rexa, and Probius just brings the wave clear to the 4-man rotation, which obviously also makes the Probe a lot more safer than Probius would normally be. One of the biggest issues of the hero is that the hit point pool is incredibly low, so any kind of aggressive engage on the opponent's side threatens him very easily. Which is also why we see a lot of very defensive talents of Probius oftentimes trying to just rush away during a fight. Dainu and Hanzo could take him down pretty easily if he ever gets access to that. And therefore, him being part of that 4-man is actually not a bad thing. It's actually something that really can work for them. Because Probius, left unattended or at least shielded, can get a lot of work done. We look over to the damage numbers, and he's sitting at 13,000 siege damage already, and that is outside of the offlane that he usually targets. So that's really not bad at all, and this is going to heavily increase. The control that you can set up over the objective is another thing that works in his favor, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to see something like this happen now during this shrine as well. Now, we should of course highlight that Kiikoo combo is currently one of the big favorites for a spot in Division S for the 2nd season. But Feel the Heat has continuously done well throughout 2019. They definitely made a bit of a name for themselves too. These guys have improved and are now also aiming for that final qualifier. Because in case that you didn't know, there's a bit of a difference in the North American and the European qualifier. Whereas North American teams qualify directly by winning a qualifier because there are more spots available in the North American Division S. In Europe, you have to get points through the qualifiers to participate in a final tournament where the spots for Division S then will be decided. So all of these teams playing here, by simply advancing through the tournament, gain points, which is making all of these games very, very important to them. Hanzo goes down again though. That's kill number 3. That's level 7 in the hands of the Kiikoo combo, and they get the first Mortar Punisher. These guys obviously won the first qualifier already, and now they are in another best of 3 grand final here in qualifier number 2. The jump comes in, and, well, Probius is rotating into the mid lane now as well, as we have everybody else taking down the wall, trying to also take the fort. The fountain is definitely going to be lost, and that's already a bit of a setback. Maiev comes in, so does the Punisher. Goes for the John Cena move here as it jumps straight into the fight. But that fort is toast. Fort down, and that gives a pretty solid lead to the blue team. Yeah, and the rotation towards the bot lane just continues. Right now, Probius also with a Rift Shock. Going into Warp Rift, does that on level 1 with the Warp Resonance and on level 7. And it's still all about the wave clear down at the bottom now. As they're starting to make their play. Over towards the mid lane, Blade and Slade still fighting this out. Blade should actually have a lot of damage. Draining Misha the entire time. Yeah, Leo is sitting on 12,000. It's like easy for him to stack those numbers a bit at the beginning of a game when you go up against Misha. That's pretty much just free drain damage for the hero, so yeah, always boost the numbers. This is, by the way, a perfect example that numbers need interpretation. If you just simply look at this, and especially if we're talking about, I don't know, Quick Match or Trash League or anything like that, then everybody will be like, oh my god, Diablo! Or Leoric in the sense. And if you just put a little bit of context in, then Leo gets an insane amount of damage because he's just draining free against Misha the entire time. So that's why numbers definitely cannot just be taken at face value, but need a little bit more interpretation in that sense, of course, too. Well, with that said, level 10 abilities are in, and this, of course, gives a massive lead now to Kiikoo combo, which should actually allow them to push into one of the forts if they want it, especially the one down at the bottom of the map. It seems a bit like they're trying to see if they can maybe take Blake down at the top lane, but there's the push through the bottom of the map. And the towers are definitely going to fall. With Maiev now coming in, there's a very good chance that they're looking for more. Throw attempt by Wit. Yeah, he showed that minion who's boss. He showed that minion who's king in the house. I heard that minion insulted Garrosh's mother a little bit earlier. So, yeah. I heard it very clearly. The minion was just shouting at him, your mom is so fat that Thrall's chain lightning bounces 3 times off her. And Garrosh wasn't happy about that at all. So, yeah, that minion was eliminated right away here. Well, fort is down just before the level 10 abilities are in. And now, with 2 of those outer structures already taken apart, the only one remaining is the one top side. Which, thankfully for them, is where they still have a fountain left. So that fight is going to be a little bit more even, in theory, than the lead that we have for the blue team suggests. So, yeah, let's see. First of all, camps are claimed from both, but there is a lot of combo potential. I mean, you have the Entomb, you have the Arrow, there's also the Taunt. The CC train is there. Horrify adds to it. The only question is, can they execute it properly? Pylon overcharge, then again, on the other side for the blue team. And let's see. The level 10 abilities, honestly, I'm curious. I want to see if Feel the Heat is able to bring it back here. They have the earlier position on the shrine. That's definitely helpful. So they're already trying to go straight in for it. Misha is scouting this out slightly. Misha, heal. Yeah, well, there's another attempt at a kill, but Yasu has Misha's back. Not only the heal is there, but also the whip. Garrosh straight into the corner. Those two have history. 14 stacks against 4. Blue team, if they want to win a second objective, they definitely have to start focusing onto the shrine a little bit more, which is exactly what they're doing. Kolios and Maiev is already moving a bit farther to the front. X-Ray missing the sleep dart as the target moved out. Misha again getting bullied a bit, and this time the bear is down. An unbearable situation is unfolding for the Kiikoo combo. But bear with me here. Diablo actually moves in, tries to take the claim, and they can't take down Garrosh. It was impossible in this situation to really drop him. But again, Blade goes X-Ray the entire time with the pew pew, just one healing dart after another, setting that up as much as he can. Oh, Maiev with a big setup as they're going for it. Gul'dan gets taken down before he can even use the Horrify, and that's of course disastrous now. Another Punisher in the hands of the Kiikoo combo. And fantastic play here from them. Especially Maiev is just absolutely shredding through these fights. 18,000 hero damage now for Misha and Rexa. 11,000 for Maiev. So, yeah, they're doing well. 20,000 for Hanzo. And the pressure is on. Everywhere on the map, we're just seeing these waves. Pressure against the against the walls on the keeps, and with the last fort falling, that means that the outer layer of defense is already gone. There's no fountains anymore for a tap during any objective. Feel the Heat hasn't taken down any structures yet either, so it's a huge problem for the team in red that they somehow have to deal with eventually. But it's going to be tough to say the least. Punisher gets jumped over, and now we're having the entire wall eliminated. Well, most of the wall, the gate at least falls. But if you look at the middle of the map, a little bit of damage has been pushed onto this one as well. At the bottom, a similar picture. And the full control of this map in Game 1 has just been lost by Feel the Heat. They need to come back into this, but the question is just how. They need a good setup, they need a good Horrifier, and then a follow-up that takes the target down so that they can force a 5 versus 4 battle in their favor. But, well, as it stands, we have again our little setup down here, and Leo taking the pylons down. It's always the most important thing, taking the pylons apart, especially if you're faced with a cannon rush. It would be kind of funny if there was some kind of move that you could make with Probius to go for a cannon rush. It would just make this hero a little bit more authentic if we are comparing it to actual StarCraft. We don't really have that here. Diablo already sitting at the side. Wait, getting a little bit aggressive again. Trying to go for the flip, but doesn't get it here. I think they're taunting him. They're taunting him the entire time. After they realized how much of an impact that insult against Garrosh's mom had earlier, they're just continuing with it. Your mom is so fat she has permanent unstoppable. Oh wait, that's what. Apologies, mix it up here. Now Rex at the top lane, starting to push that out again. And, well, there we go. Late Tobos with Rotate Monster as a 5-man at this point. Looking for Diablo again, and there it is! Yeah, he heard that last one. Well, the hit only against her. To Tomb is too late. Horrify is already being used as well. Nano boosted Gul'dan is trying to drop them. And so far, not a single target has been annihilated. Blade gets the drain against Misha. Misha doesn't like that at all. Stuns him out, and that's Leoric eliminated. He goes down, and that is the end of good old Leo. Time to ghost away here. So yeah, so far so good. But, well, they're starting to jump in one again. In comes this. Let's go. At this point, there is still a chance for the red team to come back if they ever make it to 16. But first of all, it would be nice if they get a kill. Since they still haven't really been able to make that work. Okay. Your mama is so fat, Garrosh is now in a wheelchair. He doesn't like that at all. Even Misha is chiming in on the jokes right now. But yep, there comes another attack. And look how far our Garrosh is right now. He's really triggered by this. He is totally triggered by this. And finally goes down. And I definitely heard what Oriel said to him there towards the end. Your mama is so fat she can soak all 3 lanes at once. Garrosh is done. Garrosh is done. He's mentally broken. He's mentally broken at this point. There's nothing else for him to do. It's just like he's baited out. They're picking those kills up whenever they want. It's pretty much on demand. 9 kills against 0. 17 against 14 right now. And, well, Garrosh is going to be back to business in not just another 5 seconds. But I'll tell you, that guy needs a psychiatrist at this point. He's just done. The team is trying to calm him down. He's just raging, frothing at the mouth the entire time. It's not a good time for him to be there. And Diablo's, of course, laughing his ass off. A lot of terror. Terrorizing everything here. Level 16 talents allow him now also to go for the domination, so the double flip whenever he has a chance there to get one through. Especially, of course, if the red team feels confident enough to push into one of these fights. But the red team wants 16 for the defense. That's all that they want now. They want to level 16, wait for the Punisher, and try to make sure that you actually defend against this somehow. Blade coming in again. Okay, top side. Oh, there we go. 16 on both sides now. Punisher's going to be taken in just a second. They want to go for the kill first. They move in straight away. Oriel denies the kill. Diablo gets flipped. They're trying to take him down, and he finally falls. Diablo goes down. The first kill for the team in red. Garrosh comes through. What did you say about my mama? Well, and they still get him. He's a little bit far out, or do they? Well, they're trying. Wait, on the run! Oh, I was waiting for the Punisher stun the entire time. But it doesn't really come through. So they're trying again. And, well, there's another flip. They're getting him back in. And Garrosh goes down. Your mama is so fat if Lunava leaping strikes her, she gets disconnected from the game. X-Ray at this point also nearly flying, but it's Hanzo who falls first. No heals, no fun. He needs healing, or so I've heard. So does the catapult, but no mule in this game. No repair here for him. Down goes Gul'dan. That's another kill, guys. They are just crushing everything. Gul'dan? Yeah, well, there we go. Finally eliminated. Gul'dan down, X-Ray down. Oh, look at that. This looks more and more like we could see the full-on team wipe. And indeed we do. 5-man team wipe. As Kiikoo combo is just absolutely crushing game number 1. Still have a few heroes die here. Auriel, Diablo, and Probius were all eliminated once. But of course still a fantastic and dominant victory for Kiikoo combo as they are taking the core down in game number 1 on Infernal Shrines here in this qualifier for Division S Europe Season 2. GG and well played by the Kiikoo combo. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on Tomb of the Cursed Temple. Yeah, it is, which was this map? It's a new map, right? Like, we didn't have this before. Game number 2 on Garden of Terror, like, what the hell? The Garden of the Spider Curse. So, on the left side, Kolios on Junkrat for Kiikoo combo. Ixion Lucio. We have Kirva on Muradin, Slade on ETC, and Yazu on Jaina. X-Ray on Rhaegar for Feel the Heat. Tobos on Greymane, Blade on Malthael, Dainu on Falstad, and Wit on Blaze. Alright, if anybody was a little bit confused by my intro of the map here, so pretty much the reason why we're introing the map this way is that the map is currently a bit of a hybrid between Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen. So it's a little bit weird because now you have these seeds that are popping up and you kind of channel them the same way that you do tributes on Cursed Hollow. And once that you have 3, then you have, similar to the Web Weavers, just these terrors spawning on the lanes and traveling down them. You could maybe also compare it a little bit to Alderac Pass. But yeah, so it's a bit of a hybrid map. It's a bit of a weird one. You don't really see it played a whole lot, but I guess with the global aspect that we have on the side of Feel the Heat, they're currently trying to rock it with Falstad a little bit. They also play Blaze in that main tank position that we've seen now multiple times, especially after Lauba started to really exploit the fact that one of the recent patches reduced the charge time on the jet propulsions, now that you have a more reliable stun available on your tank and you have that added wave clear. So now Blaze is occasionally played in the main tank position. Ooh! Kieva! What a jump! But he gets saved. Didn't even have to use a Storm Bolt. Miss 80% of your Storm Bolts? Well, can't miss a Storm Bolt that you don't actually throw. IQ 200 plays here from Kieva right away. I like that one. Now, obviously delaying the Storm Bolt for as long as possible, because as long as he doesn't use the Storm Bolt, Falstad has to anticipate there will be a Storm Bolt eventually and has to keep juking, which makes it very difficult for him to escape here, because he can't take the direct path through the gate. And then Muradin has always the option to throw out the Storm Bolt if he sees an opportunity for him. So that's pretty much the reason why he delayed it that long. There is 2 aspects of how you can play this. Nice kill here. First one, second one is in. You can either hit the Storm Bolt immediately after you jump and get the hero as quickly as possible, or if you're trying to body block and zone them out a little bit, then you want to delay it and hit it later and make the hero dance a bit different for you. So we have at this point also Static Shield taken and the Wingman on level 1. And I was shitting a little bit the other day, I don't even know if it wasn't this year, so I think it was another one, about the level 7 talents again, and saying that Boomerang is just the choice on level 7 and pretty much the only one viable in 99.9% of the time. And the 0.01% of the time is if you're going into a full-on Lightning Rod build. That's the other one. That's the other one that you can definitely make work. Most of the time, I don't really think it's the best play. I really think here also Boomerang should be the level 7 talent, since it's a big map and you want to have the wave clear. But that's the one exception that sometimes works for you. But even with this build right now, I would still expect Boomerang for the wave clear and the off-lane value. Rhaegar is also taken down. That gives more value to the blue team. So with 3 kills against 0, not only are they about to get the first seed, but they might even pick up another kill because the bird is in trouble. Kieva jumps in, but he can't get the kill here. But they can get the kill against Blaze. Wit goes down, 4 kills against 0. Malthael, oh, he dies. They go for the bird, they go for Greymane. They take Tobos down first, and the bird barely survived and flies topside now. So once again, the Kiikoo combo is just crushing it. Absolutely dropping everybody here. And yeah, they are not only relentless, but also merciless in that angle. Throwing shade on Malthael. Well, pretty much Malthael is just getting shade thrown on him the entire time. Another kill against Exodus. It's like, damn, like they pick up these kills like they're nothing. It's honestly insane. It's like a Walmart sale. 2 for 1. Every single time they see something happening, it feels like they're walking away with more than they should have gotten there. Top lane, Dino is also in a bit of trouble. He doesn't get his Zera tool, and he is slightly struggling. It has now been forced to retreat by Yazu. And with this, we have level 7 now on both sides. Wit comes in on the right. And they're starting to set something up here as Ixia moves through, but they all spot this out. The rotation towards the top is about to secure them the position now as well. And Falsad actually did not go into Boomerang. Again, with this setup, it is fine if he wants to go into Charged Up, but you still lose some of that global value that you normally want to have, because if you have that added wave clear, you're just much quicker taking an off-lane wave down and then flying into the team fight, or just pushing the lane out a little bit, which is made much more trickier if you don't have Boomerang. In this build, you can actually declare. The only important thing is never take secret bullshit, which is the other level 7 talent you can take here. It's Blizzard's IQ test. Them trying to see if you can actually read and do simple math. Well, but outside of that, with 7 kills against 1, if we're reading the situation correctly, as we're talking about reading, it seems pretty much like the blue team has a massive advantage. And unless we're going to see Feel the Heat step it up, they're going to struggle. But they have Falstad now on the bot lane, so Falstad can get the value bot side. Has now pushed out an additional wave. As I said, with Boomerang it would even be easier for him. Wit then again is getting pushed into the back line, and that was fantastic synergy between Junkrat and Lucio. Incredibly well played. I really like the way that Ixia plays a lot of these heroes, even though I think he would have more of an impact if he would go for meta, but especially his Lucio performance is pretty spectacular. I gotta admit that. He has really cool moves on the hero and offers usually a lot of potential for kills for his team by simply moving into the fight and pushing an opponent into the 4-man. So now we have 2 seeds against 0, and with 8 kills against 2, they have another real big advantage that leads to another kill. X-Ray goes down once more. The doggy is getting murdered. 3 kills already against Rhaegar. So, yep, the puppy is getting crushed here. It's definitely one of those handbag dogs that we have here. Rhaegar just turned into a chihuahua for this one. Another camp gets taken, this time even stolen away from the red team. So Feel the Heat without level 10 have nothing. They have absolutely nothing here right now. And there is the invade together with the camp, and Blade and Tobos all of a sudden realize that they might be in a very uncomfortable spot here up at the top. As Mirrodin jumps in, hammers the Stormbolt in, and they're starting to get the kill against Tobos. Tobos is about to fall, Falstad flies in. Yeah. There's the kill, and they're moving through the gate now too. The kill is in, everybody's on the run. Jaina's a little bit isolated, which makes the fight for her a bit harder. And the stack for Malthael. Last rites, baby. Still a battle with ETC at the bottom of the map. Now that we have Falstad taken down, it looks like Malthael is not going to make it either. So another kill against Blade. This puts him to 12 kills against 3. And down at the bottom of the map, Slade is holding his own against 2 and is just waiting for the rest of the team to be done topside. And now Blade and Rhaegar have to move away. So ETC solo was able to hold this. And here we go. The Web Weavers, Terrors, Garden Terrors. My apologies, totally different concept. Make it through the map and start to attack the structures here. 12 kills against 3, and have fun defending against that. It's going to be a little bit bananas. Again, by the way, that Haymaker that we've already seen in previous games for Mirrodin. Is Kolias going down? Yeah, look at that. Kolias goes down, so Dino picks up a kill. His top lane gets pressured. Yasu against Blades. Okay, that might actually be a kill. Falstad comes in, ETC comes in, both of the globals are here. Blade is all of a sudden in trouble, and Yasu says like, well, gotcha, bro. And that's the end of him. Muradin misses the Stormbolt, but might still be able to get the kill here. First of all, they are about to take down Dino, and that's a double kill. Yeah, the attempted gank against Jaina quickly turns against them. Now the top fort has been taken down. The bottom one has been brought down to half HP. And they are stealing the camps of the opponent away again. Okay, so with that, they look strong. They have level 13. They have a big lead, 1 level, 10 kills even. Just a bit of a explanation here where the experience comes from in case that you guys are interested. So hero experience, obviously a big deal, mercenary experience as well. When it comes to the minion experience, they are a little bit behind because of those hefty rotations that we see the entire time. They lost a few waves. So this is the reason why with even a 10 kill advantage, the blue team isn't farther ahead, because they missed out on some of the minion experience on lane. Just to give you guys a bit of an idea there, but obviously the mercenary and hero experience makes more than up for it. So really strong. Again, ETC is at the bottom of the map. He has stage dive ready in another second. He could join that fight if he really wanted to. Reptile! And the Ring of Fail as it connects with absolutely nothing. And the Riptire, I guess we're gonna get a little bit of minion clear out there. ETC just looked at this and said like, you guys are just throwing this. I'm not gonna go up there. I'm gonna push the bot lane a little bit and we're gonna be fine. But now that the team fight actually spreads across the entire map, ETC might be forced into the battle if he wants to or not. Jaina's all the way up at the top. Our little Ice Queen has pushed out another minion wave and soaked a bit more experience for the team, but this fort bot side is about to be eliminated. ETC goes in and he's going to claim that. Next seed is going to spawn on the map in just a second. Muradin jumps in, hits the Stormbolt, 15 stacks for him, and here comes ETC, finally convinced that he should be part of this. Falstad flies in too. That bunker placement, by the way, completely blocked them off. ETC in trouble for just a moment, but he has the power slide, and that's all that he needs to get out of harm's way. Well, as the dust settles, here comes the seed. Could be taken now. Blaze, then again, the Ancestral saves him because he did not have the bunker ready. Problem is that he's still not out of harm's way. Mighty Gust saves him. Malthael comes in too, could still throw the last rites if he really wanted to. The problem is you have to be alive for that, and it seems like he's gonna go down before he can press R. So he goes down, the Riptire zones for the seed, and they gather that with ease. And all of a sudden, with 15 kills against 4, it seems like the Kiikoo combo are closing in on a second victory in the second tournament, the second qualifier for Division S. Yeah, they're doing incredibly well. They are definitely the top candidate right now to make it easily into Division S, into Season 2. And again, since this is sometimes a bit confusing for people, I have to reiterate this again. The reason why you see teams like Glauber's Fan Club, Washed Up and others not participate in these tournaments is pretty simple. They are already qualified for Division S. They will already play, so they don't have to go through the qualifier. So if some people are still confused by this, this is the easy explanation as to why they are not playing. But this is for the remaining slots in the league, and Kiikoo combo are making a very strong statement why they should be part of it. And they definitely add their extra flair. I mean, how often do you see Probius being played in one of these games? Now we have 16 kills against 4. Coincidentally, they also are on level 16, and they want keep number 1. And they're gonna get this one. They're gonna get this 100%, and they're gonna get another kill as the Haymaker connects with Greymane. Now Greymane is down, and we're looking at 17 kills against 4. And the only question that Kiikoo combo had at this point is, guys, can we end? And I guess the answer was no. It's a little bit too early in the game, so it's pretty tricky to make that work.
Everything's coming up exploding.
Exactly. So 29,000 damage on Jaina. She's the top damage with all the poke that we've seen from her. Malthael for his team together with Greymane, and interestingly enough, Falstad, they pretty much share the damage. That's a second seed, by the way. The 5th in a row that has now been claimed by the Kiikoo combo. So yeah, strong performance by them. And now the rotation towards the middle. Alrighty, let's go and see where we're gonna come with that. Yeah, well, everybody's protecting the mid lane. I'm not quite sure how long that's gonna hold. The one thing that's actually a little bit sad on the map is that there are no bosses. By the way, Lucio also with some serious damage here. Ixia, as I said before, has done an incredible job on that hero. So as much as you can get out of the hero, Ixia is definitely one of the ones that does the best there. But as it stands, pushed through the bottom of the map. And let's see. Stormbolt barely missing. He's actually 6 stacks away from completing the quest and getting the Pierce. But let's jump into the middle. Falstad, he has still the global ability to deal with all of this at the top lane and then join the team later on. But another fort is about to go down because the rest of the red team had to rotate to the bottom of the map to defend there in order to ensure that they're not losing the wall or even the keep at the bottom of the map. But this takes the last of those forts down, and therefore on a huge map, it's a big deal if you... Oh, that was actually a nice one. Here comes at least the ult, but... Well, ice block. Holy shit! He ice blocks the last rights, and then Lucio is there and drops the sound barrier. They get 1 kill, they pick up a second, and they don't even lose Jaina. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ixia is already moving in 2, nearly takes down Greymane. What a perfect play here again. And they're going for the next seed now on top of it. What an insane setup. Nicely done. 19 kills against 4, 18 against 16. And that was a solid performance. But I was just about to say, this is a really big map. If on a map like this you lose the outer ring of defense, aka your forts and the fountains, it's incredibly difficult because you really have to push deep into enemy territory to do any damage or maybe even to pick up an objective. And at the same time, you're running into the big problem that you just simply don't have a fountain to tap, whereas your opponent can move in and do that at their leisure. So now we have the bot lane heavily attacked. Over here, Tobos nearly died. He barely got out. And they're just getting crushed. I mean, just look at this. This one is going to eliminate another keep if they can't defend this soon. Murden at least is down, and that's maybe a shimmer of hope at the end of the tunnel for Feel the Heat in order to defend here, but it's not going to be easy. I mean, the core is already getting attacked now. And we have at both of these lanes, or the remaining lanes, the keep now under pressure. The one in the mid lane should actually fall at the bottom of the map. A similar picture presents itself, but it has only taken damage. Can they take one down? Falstad with a gust attempt. Does he get it? And the answer is probably no. Oh, well, there's a slide against the bird again. And the sound barrier has been used. And the bird is down. Bye-bye, birdie. And this is another big battle as the mid lane keep has been eliminated. The ring failed. And well, as our Elias Princess is trying to get out there, Lucio is helping all of them out. But here comes ETC with the stage dive. And a big one. Crowd pleaser, baby. Lucio is down. So is the Chihuahua. Rega gets eliminated. Blaze does too. Koa is open. And they're looking for more kills against Malthael and against Greymane. There's the ice block. And Jaina finally falls. At least something. But 4 heroes have been taken down, and it's 23 kills against 7. Oh, absolutely sick city. 43,000 damage by Greymane. We have Jaina on 46k. But look over to Lucio. He's sitting at 42,000. The only hero in the entire game that hasn't died yet is ETC. ETC, unkillable. Malthael then again. 8 kills against him. Malthael is dead. That's what aspect of death means these days. People initially thought it was because he kills people and he deads them. But nope, not quite. It's because he dies so much. A bit of a different explanation. Makes him a lot less scary than initially. But yeah. Top lane. There we go again. Alright, Daniel wants a cracker apparently. Level 20 talents, and well, with that, let's see what we're gonna get for them. Half level, that should definitely be manageable. Ooh, yeah, he needs to jump out. Okay. Muradin, the dwarf, another Stormbolt. Come on, bro, you need level 3. There we go. Stage dive, slide, Stormbolt, and the gust. Tire. A little bit of damage. And there we go. Do you guys know who Captain Blackheart's favorite support is? It's exactly. Thank God we don't have to deal with that shit map anymore. Anyways, there comes the jump, and And Wit gets healed by the Ancestral. That's a kill against Murden though, and that's actually stack number 4. 20-second cooldown reduction, that isn't bad. Yeah, he's getting there. Look at that. Cooldown reduction for Malthael might actually turn the tide here at some point. No one can stop death apparently, but with 2 keeps down, how much of a chance to make a comeback on a bit map as big as this one do you really have? You need to more or less go for a full-on wipe in order to turn this around, I suppose. And so far we're still quite a bit away from it. 7 tributes in a row have been taken by the team in blue, and they're aiming for number 7 now. Number 8. Big push to the top lane. Someone has to deal with that shit. And Junkrat still has a good time, as you can hear here. Sounds a little bit like a gremlin, if you ask me. Ah, well, we're talking gremlins. All of a sudden, Lucio is sliding away here. Okay. He gets still out. Tribute is up. Camp is about to be taken. Nobody's really thinking about the top lane, because that would scare me a little bit. Okay, Dino is the one that has to go back, because, guys, that's 3 catapults right now and 2 siege giants. You need to go back for that. Can't just let that sit there. That would take down your core within seconds. It's already at 85%, and we're now 18 minutes in, so that definitely hurts. But now that the seeds are up, it's going to be a 5 versus 5 again. And here comes Lucio, starting to jump in and check it out. Big stage dive again. Where's the slide? Ah, not enough. Not enough this time. Myrddin completes his quest on the other hand. Falstad isn't here yet. He is about to come in. Fly like an eagle. Gust, baby, Gust! Gets the Gust and the Wind Tunnel, but I'm not quite sure if that's doing enough for them. They're totally split here. Honan drove a wedge between them. Cold Snap value with a reset. Or, well, not the reset, but a little bit of cooldown reduction. Ixir still alive. Malthael didn't get the kill. Ice block again! And that's the kill against Malthael. Ice. The princess dies. Myrddin is a little bit low and is also eliminated, but the fight is not over by any means. Down goes Falstad, and the Chihuahua is in trouble as grenades are being popped everywhere, and all of a sudden it's just Lucio that's trying to make the plays here. Slides in, slides out, wants the kill, and he dies. Alright, he goes down, but they haven't stopped yet. ETC is still fighting, and so does Kolios. Tries to interrupt a little bit more. Catapults are homing in everywhere. Actually, the core is going to be under attack by catapults in just a moment, and I want to remind everybody, we're 20 minutes into this game. Oh, the minion wave actually just made 1 catapult attack the minion wave instead. But 74% on the core regardless. Catapult gets taken down, everything is still fine. At least Feel the Heat takes 1 tribute. They got 1. But can they get anything meaningful here? 67,000 damage by Greymane. Melee top damage in the game. But 69,000 from Junkrat. Alright. That said, the fight on the left side. There we go. Malthael, very optimistic. Doesn't take the cam, but he survives. Which is at this point the most important thing. ETC still hasn't fallen, by the way. I mean, just have to say it again. ETC still has not fallen. We're in a game where we have now seen 36 kills. But ETC just says like, no boys, I got this. This is fine. This is okay. We're all Gucci here. Camps are now claimed all over the place. I mean, literally all over the map. Everybody is going for camps. Lanes are still pushing, and Dino is just saying, okay, I got the catapults, I'm going to play the global here. I have the global, I can control this. And I think this one is going to let go by Feel the Heat. Yeah, they're not even fighting for it, and for good reason. You can give it up. It's not a problem yet. And they have to control the lanes first, and they have to try and control also those mercenaries a little bit. Which is pretty much what they're gonna try and do here. The red team needs kills, seriously, it's the only way for them to come back into this. They need a couple of kills. That's a little bit of a desperate attempt, but he actually tried to jump and is gonna die now. No, there we go. Yep, he's gonna die. Myrddin goes down. He actually jumped, got interrupted by the Mighty Gust, used Rewind, jumped over, but it was already too late. And then he gets taken down. That worked. That actually worked. Is that the ticket back into this? It's theoretically could be. I mean, it is 20 versus 20. The problem is that the keeps are down. Falstad is dealing with it as well as he can. Oh, ETC. That's a kill. 5 stacks for Malthael now. Big cooldown reduction. We might see a comeback here if this continues. Yeah, Rhaegar keeps him alive. The Chihuahua with the ult again. 5 versus 3 now. That's definitely another seed for them. And they should be able to hold on to the experience there too. Okay. He wants to get the kill. Kolios is still fine. Greymane is going for it. Apparently, is he gonna go? No, Camp is not gonna spawn up. So they need to get some structures down. I'm a little bit blown away by the fact that, talking about blowing away, he's blowing them away, isn't he? And he goes down too. Trade value. Fantastic. The trade value by Junkrat. And Malthael with a no one can stop death. He's like, seriously? Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. That one was gold. That was absolutely gold. Again, no one can stop death brought him back. So it's still worth it. But that was great. Okay, bot lane push. That's going to be a hefty one. That is the important seed, by the way. The all-important seed. Seed number 5 in this rotation. 2 objectives. Oh my god, no, really? Wow, they lost the last keep to that. I mean, come on. Oh, now they don't have anything left. Ouch, that hurts. That hurts. Yeah, this might just be the last map. Comeback is gonna be even more difficult now than it was before. Same play against Muradin. This time he should be okay to jump out here if he wants to. Last right, and the dwarf gets shit on. Problematic is this. There's the channel, and despite the kill, there's the seed. They forwent the objective for the kill. But honestly, like, how do you stop the objective now? They might have gotten the kill against Muradin, but I think now they lost the game because of it. So, not so sure if that was really worth it. I would argue no. Ixur is still trying to buy himself a little bit more time, but Lucio's not making it. But now we have the objective crushing on the core from every angle. Malthael is dead, taken down by the objective apparently. And I can tell you another thing that's going to be taken down now, and that's the core, and that's the game. Here comes ETC with a stage dive, and this is it. A 2-0 victory, ladies and gentlemen, for Kiikoo combo against Feel the Heat in this grand final of the second qualifier for Division S Season 2 Europe. GG, and well played. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I hope that you enjoyed the match and the commentary. The remaining time of the video has been added to protect against spoilers caused by the length of the video itself. But please keep in mind, though, that this does not only mean more work for me, but also has a negative impact on the popularity of the videos and the channel because of YouTube's algorithms. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider supporting the channel and help me to continue the daily esports coverage by clicking the join button below the video or supporting me through the Patreon page linked in the video description. Thanks a lot for the support, and see you guys next time.